Hold up, Browns Nation. Before you say another word about this team being cursed, before you write off another season, before you even think about reaching for that paper bag, I need you to hear this. What's happening right now in Cleveland isn't just another setback. It's actually the most revealing moment we've had in years about what this franchise really is underneath all the drama. Deshaun Watson just got placed on the PUP list. For games minimum. But here's what nobody else is telling you. This might be the best thing that could happen to the Browns this season. I know that sounds crazy, but stick with me for the next few minutes because what I'm about to break down will completely change how you see this situation. $230 million. Fully guaranteed. That's what Jimmy Haslam bet on Watson being the answer. And right now, that investment is sitting on the physically unable to perform list with an Achilles injury that's already been re-injured once. The math is brutal. The Browns gave up 3 first-round picks, a third-rounder, and 2 fourth-rounders for a quarterback who's gone 9-10 as their starter and has spent more time in headlines than in the pocket. But here's where it gets interesting. While everyone's focused on what Watson can't do right now, the Browns are about to discover something they never expected to find. They're about to find out who they really are without him. Joe Flacco isn't just a stopgap, he's a revelation waiting to happen. This guy has a Super Bowl ring, he's got nothing left to prove, and he's walking into a situation where all the pressure is off. No massive contract expectations, no media circus, just pure football. And that might be exactly what this team needs to remember, what winning actually feels like. Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders aren't just names on the depth chart, they're potential game changers who are about to get opportunities most rookie quarterbacks only dream of. Gabriel's got developmental upside that could surprise everyone, and Sanders? That kid has championship DNA from Colorado that translates to any level. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes that the mainstream media won't tell you. The Browns front office is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. They're not panicking about Watson being out. They're using this as the perfect opportunity to evaluate their entire quarterback room without the drama and expectations that come with their $230 million man. Think about it strategically. If Watson comes back too early and struggles, it's a disaster. If he sits the whole season, and they discover Flacco can actually lead this team, or one of the young guys shows serious promise, suddenly they have options they never had before. Real options with real value. The Achilles injury that happened in October, then the rain jury in January, that's not just bad luck. That's your body telling you something important. And maybe, just maybe, this PUP designation is exactly the reset Watson needs to come back better than he's ever been. Remember what he said in that social media video. Everyone is doubting me. Everyone don't believe in me. But I know I'm going to be way better than before. That's not just confidence talking. That's a man who's been through the fire and is ready to prove something. But only if he's truly ready. Only if his body is right. Only if the timing is perfect. The Browns have a 5-week window after the initial 4 games to bring him back to practice. Then another 21 days to decide whether to activate him or keep him on PUP for the entire season. That's not a limitation. That's flexibility most teams would kill for. They can literally wait and see how the season develops before making any major decisions. And while they're waiting, this team is going to discover something about itself. They're going to find out if they can win without the drama, without the expectations, without the weight of that massive contract hanging over every play call. They're going to find out if their offensive line can protect a pocket passer like Flacco, if their weapons can create separation for a quarterback who doesn't scramble, if their defense can carry the load while the offense figures things out. This isn't a setback. This is an opportunity disguised as adversity. The Browns are about to play with house money for the first time in years. No pressure on Watson to justify his contract. No media circus asking if he's worth the investment. Just football. Pure, simple, competitive football. Jimmy Haslam called the Watson trade a swing and miss, but what if he was wrong? What if this isn't about the trade being a mistake, but about the timing being perfect for a different kind of success? What if Watson needed this year away to fully heal, to watch from the sidelines, to remember why he loves this game, while the Browns needed this year to remember they can win with anybody under center? The quarterback position in Cleveland has always been about more than just talent. It's been about timing, opportunity, and finding the right fit at the right moment. Brett Favre wasn't Brett Favre until he left Atlanta. Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady until he got his chance in New England. Sometimes the best thing that can happen to a great player is having to wait for their moment. Watson's journey back isn't just about physical recovery, it's about mental preparation, about watching how his teammates respond without him, about seeing this organization function when he's not the center of attention. That perspective could be invaluable when he does return. And here's the kicker that nobody's talking about. If the Browns surprise people this season with Watson on PUP, if they show they can compete and win games, imagine what happens when he comes back healthy and motivated. You'd have a quarterback returning to a winning environment instead of trying to create one from scratch. The NFL is a week-to-week league where everything changes instantly. For games feels like forever right now, but by October, we could be looking at a completely different team, a completely different narrative, and a completely different set of expectations. So Browns fans, before you panic, before you assume this is just another chapter in the same old story, consider this. Maybe this is exactly where this team needs to be right now. Maybe this forced patience, this unexpected opportunity for other players to step up, this chance for Watson to fully heal and return stronger, maybe this is how championship teams are actually built. The season starts in a few weeks, and for the first time in a long time, the Browns get to play without the weight of unrealistic expectations. They get to surprise people. They get to prove that this organization is bigger than any one player, even one with a $230 million contract. If you're loving this deeper dive into what's really happening with your Browns, smash that like button and subscribe to Browns Breakout, because we're going to be breaking down every twist and turn of what promises to be the most unpredictable Browns season in years. This story is just getting started, and you're not going to want to miss what happens next. The question isn't whether Watson will come back. The question is what kind of team he'll be coming back to. And based on what I'm seeing right now, that team might just surprise everybody, including themselves.